Budapest, I'm standing in front of the Dohány utca synagogue, which during the Second World War was at the heart of a ghetto here. I want to tell you today the story of Emil Österreicher, which might not be a name with which you're immediately familiar, but in the late 1950s, early 1960s, he was one of the most significant figures in European football. He was a Jew born in Budapest, and when the fascists took over during the Second World War, he was packed off in a Labour battalion to Ukraine. He somehow managed to escape, and he came back here to the ghetto, where he hid out in the synagogue, and he was there until New Year's Day 1944, when the synagogue was raided by the Arrow Cross for local fascists, and wearing just underpants, he fled through a back window and ran off down the street. He managed to hide out for the remainder of the war, and when the war came to an end, he set up a restaurant called Kistongu, the Little Bumblebee. That became very popular with footballers. The stories of players staying at his restaurant, drinking into the early hours of the morning, and he became good friends with Ferenc Puskas and Josip Boszczyk, which is very significant in what comes next. He loved football, and he managed to become director of Vasas, one of the local clubs, in 1946. Vasas, coincidentally, are the only team ever to lose a European tie to Sunderland. The restaurant, though, was losing money. He decided to sell up, and then he's called back into the army. Fortunately, though, Puskas was able to arrange it so that he can become treasurer of Honvéd, who are the army club, the club for whom Puskas and Boszczyk play. And it turns out he's very, very good at that job, and everybody's very happy with the arrangement. In 1956, you have the Hungarian uprising. It's crushed brutally by Soviet tanks, and when that happened, Honvéd happened to be on their way to Bilbao to play a European tie against Athletic. They stay in Brussels for a while they work out what to do, and Österreich is able to arrange a tour to South America. A lot of the players go on that. When they come back, some of them, including Puskas, decide to defect. Österreich is able to use his contacts to get a job at Real Madrid, and he arranges for Puskas eventually to join Real Madrid, and he becomes their sporting director. So that great Real Madrid team of the late 50s win 5 European Cups in a row. For the last 3 of those, Österreicher is a very, very significant figure in putting together that team. A man who during the Second World War was fleeing down the street in his underpants to get away from the fascists. I'm Wilson, this is The World, and that was Wilson's World. We'll see you next time.